Hi lads, how you doing? Hope you've had a good day today. Hope you're focused. Hope everything is going well with your fitness and nutrition. So we're going to jump straight in today. Often get asked, obviously, like how people can progress once they've achieved their goals, how to up the game, what they need to be looking out for, how to approach nutrition and exercise. A lot of it's to do with mindset, because you can be led into a false sense of security, and a lot of it's knowledge as well. So we're gonna jump right in. I'm going to start off with a bit of a phrase that I use in my own life, with business, with training, with advice that we give to fellas when they want to up their game. If you do the same, you're going to remain the same. So what I mean by that is, whatever you did to lose your first 2 stone, let's say you're starting fresh in fitness, you've been out the game for 5-6 years, and in the first 6-8 weeks you lose 1 or 2 stone, and you think, well, if I continue as I am now, do the same kind of training intensity, approach nutrition in a certain way, surely it's going to get me all the way to a 6-pack. And the answer is no. And that's where the false sense of security comes into play. But the longer you get back into fitness, the easier it is, because you start to hone things in, you start to dial stuff in. So basically, when getting back into fitness, you're with the basics, right? You've got basic goals. You've been out of it 5-6 years. So you just want to drop a stone. Really easy goal. Want to lose my belly fat. I want my man boobs to shrink. Really simple goals. And, to achieve those goals, your nutrition doesn't have to be complex. You need to eat more protein, helps keep you fuller. Reduce your portion sizes, reduce your calories. Really simple stuff. Cut out the shit, have less beers. So easy. When it comes to your training, you've got to start exercising 2-3 times a week. Preferably make it high intensity using weights, because it's quick, it's short, and it's sharp. For if you're a busy bloke, over 30, got kids and all that. So that's really important. And then progress tracking. A really easy way to track your progress is stand on the scales, or if you've got a suit that doesn't fit, you're going to quite clearly see if that suit starts getting baggy and you need to go the next size down. So what I'm saying is, when you get back into it, everything is very easy to monitor. Nothing is complex. However, as you get close towards your goals, and as you get down and down, and you've set yourself new goals, so let's say 2-3 stone down, that could be 2 or 3 suit sizes down, and then what next? Do you keep going as you are? And the answer is no. So basically, this is a good way to put it. To create a new set of results, you need to create a new stimulus. Therefore, everything needs to be dialed in. So with your nutrition, you could start with, as I mentioned before, looking at your protein, looking at your portion sizes, and cutting out the crap, eating that shit, right? Excuse me for my rough throat, lads. I think everyone's getting it. So the next thing you need to focus on is then possibly calorie counting. So, the portion controlling has served its purpose and it's carried you as long as possible. But now you need to potentially look at counting your calories and dialing things in. Now that sounds like a huge ball ache and a massive task. However, once you've got your numbers and you know your macros, the apps do most of the work. Like, you literally is going to add an extra 10 minutes to your entire day. So you've got to flip on and off the app a few times. But 10 minutes out your day, easy. So it can be so easily done. Obviously, with your training, you need to up your game in your training. You might only be exercising 3 times a week. You might be just going for jogs or gentle swims, and that's helped you shift the weight off. But you might need to start upping the intensity. You might need to start using something to track your intensity of training. So we use a MyZone belt. The MyZone belt, you collect points. Also, with the MyZone belt, you actually get to see what effort you're putting in and how many calories you're burning during each session. So that's a really clear, evidential way for you to up your game. But quite simply, by going from 3 sessions a week to 4 sessions a week, that is creating a new stimulus, which will carry you to the next level of your fitness and body shape results. Progress tracking. So, let's imagine An average bloke that joins a programme, fairly big belly, man boobs, out of shape. Sorry lads, but you know, with a lot of lads that have come into the programme, that's the type of the shape they turn up in, which is normal. This is normal for our programme. However, as the body fat goes down, we need to focus less on the scales and how the clothes fit and stuff like that. And we need to start using visual references, because the thing is, if you've built some muscle and you've not got much fat to lose, then you really don't want to be relying on measurements or the scales to track progress. You want to maybe get a tight fitting top, or as well, the most important thing for you to track your progress is photographs. So as that body fat comes down, literally, all we'll advise you to do is use photographs to track progress. To be honest, in the 7 years I've been doing this, the photographs never lie. But like I said before, if you're a big guy, you've got a lot to lose, you're going to see it rush off the scales. But when you start fine-tuning things, the mirror is the best thing, and photograph comparisons are going to be the best for you. I can't spit my words out, lads. So what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people getting that false sense of security. They believe that, and you know, why shouldn't you believe that what you were doing before, by cutting out the crap and, you know, by introduce the training back into your thing. Why won't it get you all the way to a six-pack or whatever your goal is, or to run a marathon or half marathon or whatever? So it's just really important that you don't let that false sense of security fuck with your head, basically. It's really important that you know that once you reach a sticking point, there's a reason you're reaching the sticking point, and that's because everything you've done has carried you so far, and then you just need the next stimulus. And like I said, it could be upping your training intensity, dialing in your nutrition. You go from looking at your portion control and macro into calorie counting. Calorie counting is key, but I wouldn't recommend that in your first 6 to 12 months in training. I would bring that in when it's necessary to do so. Some go all the way without having to calorie track, and if you do, great, because it does give you more freedom with nutrition. So the important thing is, lads, as well, this is another thing that I get asked, is like, what do I do to maintain my results? And the best thing you could do to maintain your results is to keep going. The best way to keep you motivated, to keep going, is to keep setting yourself new goals. So you're going to do a mud run, a wolf run, you do the alpha wolf run, you do set yourself challenges. It doesn't matter what it is. You could say that I want to ride from here to here and I want to enter this race or whatever. You don't have to race against anyone, you're racing against yourself. But the moment you stop setting goals and the moment you take your foot off the gas is when your body will start to go back to where it was once before. And what I don't want you to do as well is when you start seeing results, don't take your foot off the pedal. Keep your foot on the pedal all the time. Because I see it so often, is like chaps will lose 1 to 2 stone and then they'll go, oh, this is working. I've lost 1 to 2 stone. I might have a cheeky beer on a Tuesday night. Oh, fuck it, I'll have the pretzels and the nuts or whatever. Doesn't matter. Or I'll have a cheeky pizza that I don't usually have. And then that cheeky beer, the cheeky pizza starts stacking on top. Before you know it, the old bad habits start creeping back in because, again, you're in a false sense of security thinking everything was working. So there you go. There's something to think about, lads. Focus on always thinking about creating a new stimulus when whatever you're doing has reached a plateau. It doesn't need to be complex. You don't need to go from training twice a week to 6 times to create a new stimulus. A new stimulus could be eating a bit neater, like having less shit. A new way of creating a new stimulus is by adding a session. Or if you can't add a session because you're simply too busy, then a MyZone belt, buying one of the MyZone belts. If you don't know what they are, comment below, give the details. But buying a MyZone belt, in the 3 sessions that you can achieve a week, you need to start making sure you're burning more calories and you're working harder. You don't need to move the earth to get in shape or to create a new stimulus. You just need to do something by like dialing it in and slightly upping your game. Lads, housekeeping. If you found value in this video, if you found the information useful, if it reaffirmed what you already knew, please like and share so we can show Loughborough, Leicester, Nottingham that Mansformation, Coach Si, knows what he's on about and he can help Loughborough men over 30 get back into shape. For now, this is Coach Si, signing out.